It was a dull, overcast Sunday morning when I heard a knock at the door, firm, purposeful, and out of the blue. Wasn't expecting company. Hadn't made plans. I was still in my lounge clothes, holding a mug of coffee that had already gone cold. I opened the door more out of routine than curiosity, guessing it might be a package or a neighbor. But there he was, arms folded, a smirk etched across his face like it belonged there, wearing confidence like armor. Never seen him before. He was tall, with the kind of cocky self-assurance that made introductions feel optional. No hello. No question about who I was. He leaned against my doorframe like it was his eyes scanning the porch like he was checking something off a list, and said, "So you're the guy she walked out on." For a moment I just stared, letting the words settle and line up in my mind. Then it clicked. Mia. He meant Mia. My ex. The woman who disappeared from my life 3 months ago with no explanation. No goodbye. No closure. Asfin. You mean Mia? I asked, keeping my expression calm and unreadable. He gave a short laugh like we were sharing some inside joke. Of course. Mia. She said you might still be here, moping around like a sad little puppy. Looks like she was right. There was something about the way he said it, so practiced, so full of himself, that made my chest tighten. Still, I didn't react. I took a slow sip of my coffee, leaned against the opposite side of the frame, steady. "And you are?" asked. He straightened a little, puffing his chest like he'd earned a prize. "I'm the man she really wanted. The one she came at. I figured I'd stop by, help you get some closure." I almost laughed, not because it was funny but because he really believed whatever story she'd fed him. Mia didn't go back to anyone. She ran from pressure, from hard truths, from everything she refused to face. "Well," I said, voice even, "that's very thoughtful. Coming all this way just to stand on a stranger's porch and be condescending. Very mature." He smiled wider, like he still thought he had the upper hand. "Just figured you deserved to know where you stand. Told me how needy you were. How you begged her not to leave. Kinda sad." "Really?" I nodded, not in agreement, more in patience. I wasn't ready to laugh in his face yet. "She told you that?" asked. "After sneaking out in the middle of the night without a word to anyone." His face twitched. "Just a flicker. But I saw it." I stepped forward, not to threaten, just to shift the balance. "She didn't tell you everything, did she?" His brow furrowed. "What do you mean?" "I mean," I said slowly, "she didn't just walk away. She left a mess. Unpaid bills still under both our name. Lies to her parents. Mine. To our friends. She didn't run to you. She ran from everything she broke." His gaze flickered. Doubt began to seep in, slow like smoke under a door. His posture stiffened. "She said you were manipulative," he said. "Controlling. That she had to get away." "Escape," I repeated, the word bitter. "That's rich." "Did she also mention who helped her out of debt? Who stuck by her when she lost her job and couldn't face her family? Who didn't sleep for 3 nights when her mom was in the hospital?" I stepped closer. Quiet. Focused. "She didn't, did she? Because that doesn't match her version of things." He shifted, arms tighter across his chest. That smug confidence was leaking out slowly, one drip at a time. "She said you always play the victim." He snapped. "I'm not the victim," I replied evenly. "I'm the man she used. And you were just her next chapter." The words hit him hard. He tried not to show it, but his jaw tightened, and for the first time he had no comeback. His eyes dropped, searching the ground for answers that weren't there. "She's with me now," he muttered like He needed to convince himself. For now, I said softly. Until she's bored. Until things get difficult. Until she's expected to be honest. And then, you'll be right here wondering how someone you trusted could rewrite everything and leave without blinking. He said nothing. Not a word. That cocky smile. Replaced by something quieter, doubt, maybe fear. I'm not angry, I added. I'm free. When she walked out, she did what I was too blind to do. She ended something that had to end. I've moved on. Grown. She hasn't. And whatever story she told you, it doesn't change that. I stepped back. Next time you knock on a man's door to feel like a winner, make sure you know the game she's playing. He looked at me like he saw something new. A reflection of his own future, standing in front of him. I should go, he mumbled. I nodded once. Probably best. He turned, his steps slower now, heavy with thought. I watched him leave, head down the driveway and back into whatever illusion Mia had wrapped him. When he was gone, I closed the door. The house was still. I set my coffee down and let the silence settle. I wasn't surprised she'd sent him. Mia always had a way of twisting stories in her favor. She needed someone new to believe her version. But what she never realized, what he never expected, was that I'd let go long ago. The man she left wasn't the same one standing here now. She thought she left me broken. She really left was a man who no longer needed her lies to feel whole. And truth doesn't scream. Wait. And when the time is right, it speaks quietly, clearly, without apology. Final.